I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Michelle, here first on our agenda.
Okay, we received 4 sealed bids. So I was just gonna open those. Thank you. This one is from Vision. It is for $625,985. This one is from MAK Valuation Consultants LLC. Oh, 760,000.
Even?
Mm-hmm. This one is from Nexus. And it is 600,000. This one is from Accurate Assessments, and it is for um, this one has it broken down into annual, so 185,600 per year, and that's for 4 years. I'm on the spot to do the math, so. Goodness. 775,000.
No, it's 742,400.
742,400. And that is the 4 proposals that we got on time for bids. And then I will take them and look through them and make sure they meet the specifications that we wanted them to meet, and report back to you at next meeting.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And then we got lease agreement for the 25 acres at the Hamlet Industrial Park. Jim here.
Okay, and the problem with that is, or there's not a problem, but there is we couldn't figure out, Suzanne and I were trying to figure out which parcel number to put on there. We're not sure. Here's a picture with lines and without lines. We don't know what parcel it is. Because none of them total Well, the lease says 30 acres, but none of them add up to 30
Well,
acres.
it should add up to 25 acres.
25, yeah.
Well, the closest we came was 22 acres. So we're not sure which parcels we're talking about. So I couldn't put a parcel number in.
No. Some of this isn't farmed here, but
Well, it wouldn't be the total. It's like this area
Right.
here,
Wood and this is wood.
like some of this space here,
Right.
you know, that would be out, so you can't count that parcel number.
How you wanna,
Is that registered in USDA?
I don't know, it should be. Guess we should check that.
That would give us the accurate field size.
Yeah,
Need to drag it out, but
I'm gonna say, I'm sure he'd be all right. He won't gonna be here.
which USDA is closed right now.
oh, we wanna check with them.
Should,
I think
and
so.
verify the actual.
Just table it to our next meeting, Mike.
And how food we went to check with the USDA.
I think they're closed.
Yeah,
Well, they're not closed
Charlie just
right
signed.
now, but
here's these, Mike.
Thank you.
That's one in the orders though. One of your girls be able to do that, Michael?
What? Check,
Go check, yeah.
I'll see if Suzanne can get a hold of them.
if you give them those parcel numbers, they should be able to give you the field sizes.
Well, this gives us the sizes. It just, we don't know which parcel it is. Cause there's several parcels here. We don't know which one you guys are talking about to get, that you're leasing to him.
It's gonna be all of them in front of that building.
Well, then that totals more than 25 acres.
That's why we wanna check with the USDA
Mhm.
office to get the field sizes per those parcel numbers.
Okay.
And then we have Kelly.
Good evening. Another fancy piece of clip for you.
Kelly, before I forget, while you're here, do Dawn's key. Paperwork is there.
Okay. Do they do that now? Okay, I have it on my list to ask about it, but,
Okay.
So might as well do it at the same time.
Yeah.
right, so this is the email I got back from Pro. As we are standing at the stop point, or pause point with them. The total is on the very last page. We are at $20,420.20. I asked them to get me an estimate for the rest of it. Not to exceed a number amount. He said he will have that to me by the next meeting. He has to talk with Kara, who is one of the CPAs working on it, and the other CPA part. Just an average, he said average 4 to 10 hours per month for the rest of the remaining. And he gives an explanation here in the email why it's taking, or has taken so long. Which is what I told you guys before. He had to get a pattern, they had to wait for information to get back to them. And the inconsistency of how transactions were handled and made it more difficult for them to establish and get moving. So that's what I have for that. I'm gonna add me to the council meeting, please, and the next commissioners meeting.
Council too?
Yes, please. And I will have that when I come back.
And what you're saying is you've spent
20,000.
20,420.
Yeah, yes, that's what the bill is right now.
Get it down wrong.
And I did have another question. I don't know if you guys would know this or I need to ask council, but there was many weeks that I was the only person in the office working. My deputy was, I wasn't paying a deputy. Can we use that money?
Yeah, that, and that.
Have
I
to have
think you
council?
still
Okay.
stay at a hold.
Yes, absolutely. I told him not to do anything until I get that number back. Yeah,
We're over more than what we was even the last week.
Right.
I think the council also kind of put
Yeah.
a pause on it.
Yeah,
right?
put a pause on it. And I told them that today. Okay. And I told him that day, and I told him that again today. don't start anything until I have those numbers from you and I get approval from everyone. Justin, did you look into the bond thing?
Yeah, for the council.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
all right. I can't remember who asked you to do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine the commissioners or the council that asked you to do that.
For your office, for if somebody else comes in? Oh,
No,
No,
okay.
okay. And then keys for Dawn, she started last Monday.
Is there a motion to approve the annex keys?
Make a motion to approve an annex key for a new employee.
second.
And a motion and a second, all those in favor, aye?
But they do agree on, it because you got that extra money asking to call Mike or Charlie before.
Okay. Well, it's the same day. Isn't the meetings on this?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll have a meeting before, maybe one of them come.
I'll ask one of them to do that.
Kelly, do you want to give this to Rick and get the key, or do you want me to?
Absolutely, I can do it. I can do it in the morning. And then I had a question about working from home. I know there's times that we can't make it in as an elected official. Are we allowed to work from home as an elected official?
I don't know where we're standing. I know at one time we did because of the COVID.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I don't know.
Elected officials can, it's not other, but yeah, elected officials can.
Any days, I mean, so many days or anything.
Elected officials, as long as their office is running smoothly, they don't even have to go to work. So yeah, they can work from home. You have to. Yes, elected officials are allowed to do that.
1 day a year. It's all elected official has to
Right.
work 1 day a year technically. You'll never get elected again.
Right, right.
Well, yeah, right, okay.
I
I just want to make sure if I took the computer
Jess
home and I had to
County
do something from home. I
years
could.
ago,
I wanted to
they
make
did
sure it was
1 day a
okay.
year, and they
No,
never
but-
knew when she
Okay.
was coming.
That's
One
it.
day they did.
So I will see you on the 20th. All right. Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Kelly.
Have a good night.
And Rachel,
We want to talk about first.
I know.
The private road in Hamlet, I did call. He said he's okay, because we said it being public. They do that. And
no,
You know, what caused that to happen?
That's only 15 minutes ago.
right,
All right, so Frontage Road went out there, no, sorry, Hamlet went out there. I'm just gonna tell you my opinion, you guys can decide what you wanna do, it needs to be paved, not with bugs, it's gonna have to be hot mix with all the heavy traffic. So you are gonna I haven't put any pricing together, but if we take it over, it needs to be hot mixed next year.
but there again, I think, I mean. If we don't take it over and we build another building in there,
But you're talking about in the industrial
Yeah.
park?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
in front of the bucket, or where the bucket factory is though, I still like, we need to take it over. I mean, don't need paid right now, right?
no, we won't be able to do it this year anyways.
And you're saying hot mix because of the heavy traffic.
Mhm. Yeah, Pug won't hold up on everyday traffic like that. So, I guess my next question is, if you do want to take it over, are you gonna have them pay anything toward it? And do I need to go to the council and get additional funding for that, the hot mix work on that road? Or do I need to take it out of our 2026 funds?
If we just,
How long of a stretch is it?
It's not that long.
and
Think
it's
of
on,
like an overlay or?
Yeah, we wouldn't, if we were doing it, we wouldn't do mill it out. If you wanted to mill and fill, you'd have to hire that done. I mean, the right way, yes, mill and fill. But. We can't mill that much. We don't have a milling machine that big.
I still think we should just,
Mhm.
that or do something with the ground. We can't fill them building until we got rope. Right. Don't need done this year, but I mean, just have to put it.
No, it'll get back.
So was that paved before then?
Yeah, it's paved.
Quite a while.
It just really needs it needs to be redone.
So it's half mile.
No, probably a quarter.
The quarter of a mile, did you say?
That's a rough estimate.
I'm sorry, what?
That's a rough estimate.
Are you thinking doing it yourself?
We can do hot mix, but I'd have to hire the trucks because our trucks are not set up for hauling hot mix. You need the covers and it'd be too cold by the time they got. I mean, there's many different ways we can work it out. I can come back with some proposals, how much it
Maybe.
might cost
Yeah.
to do that stretch.
Maybe subcontracting it and
Yeah.
buying the material or having a truck.
Yeah, I can. Subcontracting, you want milling or no?
Said it wasn't necessary.
Okay, so I'll come back with proposals for that.
So you're taking it over?
Not yet. I gotta give the commissioners footage for them to actually say the footage into the minutes, and then we can take it over. So you can put me on the next,
Till next meeting.
yeah, you can put me on the agenda for the next meeting. Frontage Road, same thing. There's 2 houses in a motel on Frontage Road. It's, I mean, you look at the photos, it's half pavement, half gravel, half patch on top of gravel. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna take it over, it really just needs to be paved with plow, but it's only 2 houses in a motel. I don't know if that's something,
Taking the.
no,
His
we're not
thing
gonna,
was Take the sign down, I guess he could even do that.
we won't benefit from taking it over at all.
Cause we can't build no more houses or let no more houses.
No.
Sell the property.
Yeah,
Technically, it's in his name right now. Didn't we
Yes.
kind of established that last time?
yeah, and he has to, basically get a survey done of cutting out that piece of property to deed it over to the commissioners, if that's how you're gonna move forward, so maybe wait to see if he
Would we need a cul-de-sac or something at the end,
really showed, yeah.
so you can get your trucks turned around?
Mhm.
I think if he's willing to deed it all over and do the legwork, I don't see the harm in putting it on the inventory for the county
We-
long term.
We did charge the, build on 800 East, South Dakota Road. He paid for all the material on that, put it on our inventory. So I don't know if that's something you wanna charge this gentleman too, is at least the material to put it on our inventory. Cause you have done that in the past, when we add roads to our inventory, they have to, whoever's, leading it over, whatever, they have to pay for the aggregates. They do pay for the aggregates.
So can you look that up for us, Steve? That's gonna cost us know what to sell the guy.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do, Pug on this, cause
Yeah.
there's no, I mean, you can't,
Yeah, that was-
yeah, it would be.
I mean, he's kind of between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It probably should have never even been allowed the way that it was for those other houses to be built.
No. We had a couple of private roads in Stark County, but not too many. So next thing is, I don't know if it's on there or not, but you guys need to accept one of these bids for the culvert on 350 East, south of State Road 10. United Consultants went through all 3 proposals. Everybody had everything turned in correctly. All the paperwork was correct. The lowest bid was the aluminum, not the box culvert, not the concrete box culvert, but the aluminum wide mouth culvert, for 195,262 from Reith Riley.
Are you okay the way that usually works?
Yeah, I mean, the next bid was like 240,000, so that's $40,000 more.
Did the 195 include the culvert?
Yes.
Okay,
We're
'cause
gonna
I,
talk to we'll have some coming back on. We'll get
Mammoth. I'm gonna pay for it out of Cume Bridge for now, and then they'll reimburse Cume Bridge.
an amount, certain amount, not the whole thing.
Yeah, in the memorandum, I think in their MOU, it said that they were paying for all of it, but I could be incorrect on that.
I think it did at one time.
Yeah. So it's possible that they are paying for all of it, regardless.
So I make a motion, we Go with 35.
For the 195,000.
Yep.
262.
Yep.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second, all those in favor, aye?
I,
Anything else we wanna talk about? I mean, I got plenty of stuff we can talk about.
I do know all the roads that you guys paved this year, they're excellent, I think.
Thank you. Hopefully the one to the fields too.
Where's that at?
I'm not saying.
Well, I drove it yet.
Peter was the paper operator today.
Oh,
So that was, we started on 400 east between 800 south and 900 south. Did that full mile, got a little bit of work to do at the intersection, but then we'll have 1.7 miles left out of Mammoth, and Mammoth will be done
For this year.
for this year. Yeah, so Mammoth will be done for this year. Phase 1 will be done this year. You know, a lot of snakes out on the road today too.
That,
Snakes.
mhm.
I'm really scared of snakes.
People was
stay on the pavement.
That's what it did. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Oh, that's wonderful. You guys have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Jack,
Afternoon, I guess.
yeah,
Austin got the quotes on all the metal detectors. They're all about $500, so. I talked to you beforehand, there is maybe the possibility of. If you could wait, I might be able to get, if the government ever starts back up again, we have a DMO. But I'm not sure about that. I mean, we've went this long, I think that we could.
One hurt the way to look.
Right.
Austin, do you have a copy of that for me?
here's,
Oh,
Jack,
okay. Yeah.
size wise, are these gonna restrict the walkways if we put it in the door down here? That staircase is pretty tight to the door.
If maybe a tax time, it might be rough. But any other time, I don't think there's enough traffic through here to make it, that would make a difference. It is gonna slow down because it takes a second to have somebody beat that stuff out, go through everything. So it will be slow. And I don't know what you want to do about the employees, but you know, that if we do them too, then it's really gonna be slow. But we gotta come up with the guidelines, I mean, on what you guys want us to do. But you know, we're helpful, we'll do whatever we need to do. I just think that we should wait a little bit for this. Cause I mean, I don't have $5,000 left in my budget to buy it. And really, in reality, city court should buy their own. And I mean, I don't wanna cause a problem for you guys. It's not a problem for me to yank that thing out of there.
Well, I guess my 2 cents on this is I'd like to be proactive instead of reactive. And not to say anything would ever happen in this building,
Right.
but in the event that something did, if we postponed it, you know, it's not gonna look well to anybody.
Right.
is there like a icy code against anything like that for if a person were to, carry? Or anything like that?
We don't have signs on our doors that say no weapons or anything like that. I mean, don't you think that would be the first step?
That would be the first step, but I don't know if you can actually arrest them for that.
Hey, you guys,
Justin, IC 35-47-11.1-2.
Yeah, I mean, I defer probably to the prosecutor there. If there's criminal charges that would be brought.
That units building, in a courthouse, it's different.
mhm.
So no judges sitting.
Say for example, Porter County or jail is over here, but there are also courtrooms in the building over, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean LaPorte, I'm sorry. LaPorte County, we'll talk about that. They have their 2 main court buildings in the city of LaPorte across from each other. Now their clerk's office, and I think a lot of their other municipal offices are located within their courthouse. Yes, they can limit weapons being brought in, and they can also limit electronics. I don't believe if you go into the circuit court building or into the smaller courthouse where the jail is, unless you are an attorney and can show a bar card and your driver's license, you can't carry electronics in the building as a civilian, and you can't carry weapons into the building. Unless you are carrying, unless you have a badge. So I don't know how that would apply to the annex buildings, considering that this is not a workhouse. And my concern is if you put the metal detector up, can a wheelchair fit through there still? No, we're talking about how.
You have to warn that person.
Well, I'm talking about if once it's up. Because we have only so much room between the steps and the front door,
Right.
if there's gonna be enough room in there.
To get a wheelchair around them.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like, yeah.
I guess my only thought is her office is just right around the corner, and I'm just thinking safety for everybody. You know, we've got a security guard there most of the time now.
Like, we'd have to have him there all the time if we had to. We have to stand it.
You have to.
We'd have to have that all the time. But we're, so far, we're able to cover it. I mean, I don't see any problem with that. I mean, and if some there is, we'll send somebody from jail, either myself or Austin or Nate. We'll send somebody over there to, you know, just temporarily take care of it.
So the next question would be, would we have to lock the upstairs door from the outside?
I think we should.
We should only have, if you've got that, then you're gonna have to lock out that door upstairs. I mean, it doesn't make any sense if you don't, because then you got a metal
Right.
detector. You see somebody sees it, just walks around to the front of the building, comes in the other door.
So we have people coming over from the courthouse all day. In and out, so then in the winter, they would have to walk all the way around to the back.
Yep,
Put swipe access on that door up there,
Yeah,
is there any swipe access in this building?
No.
That
We
might be
could
something
put, yeah.
that you might have to consider, because I can hear and honestly, when I'm not walking into this building all the time.
That's a good idea, though, just.
Yeah, they all got their car. That way they can still access it.
Right.
Yeah, we have swipe access for the courthouse.
Right.
I'm not
So I
sure
say we could
people
put a lock.
I think there's anybody that works in the circuit courthouse that goes through the front door unless you're parked out there for some reason.
Is there any metal detectors that would cover the double door and be real narrow to the wall? That, you know, not super thick, so it's not obstructing the walkway.
I don't know. Go ahead, you.
So you probably try to get it as close to the wall as possible.
Well, I'm just thinking where that staircase comes down, if you got a 2-foot metal
So
detector there, it
there-
could get kind of tight.
There are some that I've seen. Basically where there is no centerpiece, it's just the two side panels. So theoretically, you put it on each side of the door. Then you're gonna be getting people coming in and out, so. You know, you could have. Basically set it up to one door is entry, one's an exit, that way you don't. Whoever, I set it up that way.
Only one door is handicap accessible.
Yeah, so you can, do it that way, I would save space.
It's not the ideal setup, but I think we can make it work.
Getting in there, and measuring everything. First.
I think the next step would be to get sizes and just see how much space it would take up. What the options might be.
Right.
I'm just nervous that if it's too thick, you know, trying to walk around it.
Well, it's definitely gonna cause a bottleneck there. I mean, so if you had 10 people at the same time that wanted to come in, then it would take a minute to go through them all. They wouldn't be able to stand inside. They're gonna have to go through the detector first, but if you're talking about once every, the tax time is the only time I could ever think of it,
Right.
that you ever had that many people in line to get in.
Yes, Mark.
You may need to check, to see how far a metal detector would be away from other metal objects too.
All right,
So
So it doesn't.
With a lot of these modern ones, specifically the ones I found, they have they call it an auto scan feature. Basically, it scans through the frequencies and this, I thought about that kind of with it being there in elevator, so that interact with the or mess with the scanner. So yeah, it has it go through the frequencies and detect which is best. That way it's not interfering with any of the detection. It's the area multi-zone.
You know, and in the meantime, if you wanted to, we could wand everybody that comes through.
So yeah, he knows. There's always
Back
options
to
too.
what Leslie said, can we legally, if we post signs, tell people they can't come in without?
Justin, I'll send you some Mexican friends.
Well, I can tell you at the federal courthouse, if you don't have some reason to be in there, they won't let you in there. Period.
But that's what Les is saying, though. Yeah, this is the annex to it. Right,
Same statutes don't apply. Federal courthouses are gonna be like our circuit courthouse, so you can limit it, like, I mean, we don't do it in the courthouse, but you absolutely can limit recording in the courtroom. It's a, I can't remember what IC code it is, but it's a violation. I don't allow cell phones in my office because you can record sensitive material in the office, so if you're coming into my office and cell phones are allowed, I can do that because of the nature of the building. And so if you're doing that in federal courthouse, but I don't believe in it's the same. I do have some IC codes that also.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I just don't know.
There was, according to other people that worked here, about 5 years ago, we had a metal detector. Does anybody remember that?
So
Got rid of it because it was.
that's the one we got out there right now.
Okay. I got rid of it for a reason. I'm not really sure I was here.
I don't recall why.
Well, it sounds like maybe Justin needs to do the research to find out what we can and can't even do.
right.
Yeah, I mean, private business can pretty easily trespass you if you. They say, I mean, at least that's my assumption, if they hold up a sign, you refuse to exit the premises once they ask you to, like a mall, you walk into a mall and it says no guns, that's private business. I don't know how it applies to you guys in an annex building, so I'll start with what Leslie sends me and maybe I can get you an answer.
Okay.
Where you look at trying to find a more narrow one.
Yeah, I can
I think
take size.
the one that comes out without a top on it, maybe that'd be the way.
I can price some of those. I'll
Check it out.
And do you want us to start wanding people in the meantime?
I don't think we should until we hear from Justin as to what we legally can do.
Good. Did you get the letter for the vehicle?
Yeah, it was a resolution.
I think he's got it there.
So, oh yeah, right here. And again, it's pretty straightforward, and I think he's talked about it before, but.
Thank you.
No problem.
Sheriff wants to donate that vehicle to the Humane Society. And there's a statute that basically says county-owned personal property can be donated to a nonprofit organization for no or nominal compensation. I just assume in this case you'd want to do it for no compensation.
Right.
Because that was the sheriff's proposal. It's a 2013 Ford Explorer. State Board of Accounts will probably want to see it in the resolution form, so that's the way that I drew it up. And again, if you guys want to look at it and do it next meeting, that's fine. But
Is there any kind of waiver or anything for safety of this vehicle?
yeah, so if you look section, there's an indemnity section that I put in there, basically saying that their acceptance of the vehicle, I don't recall the exact language, basically is them saying that they agree to waive us from any liability for function, repairs, maintenance, etc.
It's on the second page there.
So once they accept transfer of that vehicle, then again, they've agreed contractually to waive us from any liability.
It's a win-win. It's something we won't be able to get. It was a canine car, so they took the cage out of it to put it in one of our other vehicles. And they even took the passenger seat out, so it's perfect for what she wants it for, just to pick up animals. And she's using her own car now, and we're just trying to help them out a little bit.
And it's not one we can hand down to another office,
No,
it's
no.
in shape, it's in. Not bad shape, just for.
Mechanically,
Yeah.
it's fine.
So do we need a motion on this?
Yeah,
And this was going to the Humane Society?
You may say.
I'll make a motion to donate the car at no charge to the Humane Society from the sheriff's office.
I'll second.
and a motion and a second, all those in favor,
I,
Get that.
Thank you, guys.
April, send them, it'll charge.
Yeah, we'll get all that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Teresa,
That's, okay, at the last council meeting. They agreed to approve the employee appreciation dinner. But now they want to know if spouses can come. The only thing that, I mean, I can't make that decision, only you guys can make that decision. And the room holds 150 people. Normally we get food for about 135. So
Do you usually have that many employees?
we have 250
I
something
mean,
employees.
that show up to that.
Yes, yeah. So normally we do a count and I'll send out an email. A lot of people will come back and say, yes, we're coming. No, we're not, but it's usually around 135. And the caterer that we got is Wilma Burkett, and she agreed to do everything for the same price as last year. She didn't raise any prices this year. So that's a good thing. But now these guys want to know if they can bring spouses, if everyone can bring spouses. And perhaps charge for them. So if we've got 134 people that show up, now that's
Get out of space.
260, we're not gonna have room, and then that's Wilma making more food, and then it becomes a Christmas party and not an employee appreciation dinner. A Christmas party is something that we can. So I guess whatever you guys decide, I need a motion.
has it historically been just employees?
Always been, that's why it's the employee appreciation dinner.
Yeah.
I was told by Rachel when Rebecca and I started doing this, was that the only person that's allowed to bring a spouse is the president of the commission. So,
Yes, I'd make a motion, we leave it the same for this year.
yeah, just employees,
As
yeah.
employees.
We had a
Okay.
motion and a second, all those in favor,
I,
thank you very much.
Then we got the annexation of the water tower in Hamlet.
okay,
Mike, you
so-
got what
yeah.
you wrote on that?
So for our previous discussions, Justin has a conflict on this because he
Yeah.
represents the town of Hamlet as well. The planning commission attorney does not have any conflicts, and he has offered a agreement, basically hourly. I think his rates were pretty competitive. But he's willing to take on the project and can start basically immediately.
What's, I was gonna say, what do you think? 'Cause I know there's a couple gentlemen here over the subdivision being built, and that this includes. So it's gonna hold them up if he's gonna be too long.
He can start, from my understanding, as soon as we want to schedule a meeting.
You feel that we need to have Justin step out or?
I think that was his suggestion.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so Hamlin will also have to figure out how they're gonna have it reviewed. Basically, rules dictate if I've got a conflict, they're recused entirely, so I can't just go and review for them too, but I explained that to them very thoroughly when I agreed to take on that account, so
Right.
they'll have to figure it out.
I guess, I don't know how this will work, but my thought is if we agree to pay him, we would just show him everything that Hamlet
Show it.
is showing us. And then we probably want to schedule a meeting to go over it.
Single party annexation is very straightforward. I'll let him speak to that, but if you have one party that's at, only one party at issue asking for the annexation, it's a very streamlined process.
I did ask what his schedule was next week and he said he's flexible.
Okay.
And Dave said he was flexible.
I bet that will be managed on. We have.
Would we want to do an executive meeting on this initially, or should it all be public?
You can do an executive since it's concerning a contract concerning real estate up until the time you guys exercise something. So it's up to you guys if you want to start preliminary discussions just to talk.
And maybe just let the lawyers decide when you.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, are you good with that?
Yeah, I mean, Nathan's a pretty sharp guy. I think.
Yeah. Let's let him, if he decides.
Away.
What's that?
Dave's less than 5 minutes away. He wasn't scheduled till 6, so. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we can wait. I mean,
He's on his way.
okay,
You could take somebody else first while you're waiting.
right,
Leslie's here and
Yeah.
was the next one.
come on.
Come on up.
Right. Brought a friend with me. to Talk about our requests. Oh, I brought another friend.
They can definitely do it. He knows more about it than I do.
So I'm here tonight to ask for making a funding request and approval for some opioid money for the FLOC program or the FLOC camera program. For those of you who don't know, the FLOC camera system is something that is all over the United States. It's a license plate reader camera system that we, by purchasing the cameras, we are into the FLOC system nationwide. In this county, we have 10 FLOC cameras. Some are, we keep some in a movable capacity where we can move them and place them around the county. If there's an investigation with a subject of interest, we can place the cameras accordingly. And we also have cameras that are affixed in a more permanent, on a more permanent basis. The benefit to being, having these cameras is not only the fact that we're able to monitor those license plates for, people that we are potentially investigating or subjects that we're potentially investigating within this county, but we can also, by being a part of the FLOC system, have access to camera systems in other counties. So take, for example, Joe Blow is lives in Stark County, and we believe he's going to Chicago and buying methamphetamine from an address that we are aware of on the south side of Chicago. Because we have access to the FLOC camera system, we are able to not only track those movements within Stark County to determine his route, we are also able to look at other counties, Porter, LaPorte, and Lake County, and track those movements as a way of seeing where the person is going in the route they are taking. It's not the be all end all in terms of the investigations that we do, but it is a significant part of putting together an investigation and making a clear picture as to what we're doing. A couple of cases that we've had where it has been a vital resource to us has been both of the murder cases that we've done within the last calendar year. In the David Campbell case, that trial was last October, and we utilized FLOC to monitor in conjunction with cell phone data. We were able to monitor movements of the driver of the vehicle within Marshall County into Stark County on one direction from the east side of the county, moving west, and then back going east from west on 30 because of the cameras that we have positioned on 30. And then in conjunction with cell phone data, we were able to make those connections to see where they were going. That's one example. Another example was the murder trial that occurred in May for Timothy Minix. We were able to utilize FLOC as well as cell phone data, not necessarily in conjunction with the actual murder that happened here, but on additional information that we had based upon our co-defendant who was traveling in another county that was used during her trial. We've used it for several large drug dealing cases that we've done in terms of just helping to build the case as just another building block to an overall picture. And it's a very, it's a huge resource for us. Just because of what, having those cameras gives us access to. In addition, because we are in the Fox system, it does add benefit not only to the other smaller municipal police departments in this county, in our county, but it also offers a benefit to the law enforcement agencies around us as well. Just working together to help provide and share information. Each individual camera, and as I mentioned, we have 10, each individual camera costs on an annual basis $3,000 to maintain and keep within the system. So the request would be, is it 10 or 11? I'm sorry.
10 stationary.
Okay, so he's my fact checker over here, 10 stationary, 1 portable. So the ask is for $33,000 for the annual subscription for the flock camera system. Now, what I have spoken to with Chief Deputy James, who approached me about making this request because I sit on the subcommittee for the opioid grants or the opioid funds, excuse me. I don't think that this is necessarily an appropriate expense that those monies should be paying for in perpetuity. I think that needs to be worked into the sheriff's budget going forward, but it is a huge expense to consider. And as Sheriff Rosa just said, he's tapped out for the year. And so I think going forward, what we're asking for this year, because the subscription is due, I believe it's due at the end of October. What we're asking for is the $33,000 to get us through the next calendar year. And what the sheriff's department is going to do is start factoring a portion of that into their regular budget until they can absorb it all. It may take several years to do that, but that way it's not such a huge expense all at once. And quite frankly, this is what the opioid funds are for. You can take the money from either the restricted or unrestricted based upon the spreadsheet that I've looked at. I don't think it would be an issue with either fund. Based upon the way other counties have used the money. So I think that you would be able to pick and choose how you would want to allocate those monies.
You sit on that board, so I mean, it's
Yes.
all legit, right?
Yes,
to
yeah.
Do that.
And Jim actually sits up, where did he go? Oh, I'm gonna pull the microphone over. Jim sits on that board and Mr. Matra and Jack is not here, but he sits on that board. I can't imagine he wouldn't be in favor of it. So it's something that we all voted on in our subcommittee and we all agreed to it. And, you know, if there's one thing that I think that the goal of the opioid money for law enforcement purposes is to deal with the biggest problems in the community, and the biggest problems are the people who are bringing drugs here.
Make a motion, we let her have it. Not you, but for that.
Which restricted or unrestricted?
Which one would you?
I mean, I would
Probably.
double check just to make sure. I believe it can come out of either. I know that the flock system can be paid for through this money, but I'm not 100% sure which fund it would need to be. I can double check that, but I don't think it matters, but I would want to double check that.
Do you need a decision now, or could we do it in 2 weeks to verify these things?
So
Subscription's up 20.
yeah, we need.
So I would make a motion, we go with it, and Leslie can.
It's my understanding that 2 years ago, so I'm sure you could probably look at how it was funded the last time.
Is that possible, Michaeline?
What I remember in 2023, because I was trying to look back at emails, I thought it was paid out of the restricted, because I think you've got more money in the restricted portion than you do in the restricted.
If it's legal to come out restricted, you just,
Yeah.
well, and then the other side's a little flex.
I mean, I was just looking through the core abatement strategies and the schedule. It's like 15 pages of remediation uses, and I mean, I see half a dozen that it would probably fit under, just kind of,
You can be real creative.
yeah.
Real creative.
I know Pulaski County, I think they paid for it out of the restricted funds in their own opioid settlement, and they used it to great success. My understanding, so.
My motion.
So you're saying restricted then?
You want pending any review, or do you think we're solid?
And if. You didn't see the last time we did it.
I mean, I'm looking at the restricted expenditures now, and I think, I mean, it fits pretty easily.
I'll second Donnie's motion.
So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
I
Thank you.
I see. Dave came back.
Where's he at? Yeah, come on up, Dave.
Evening, Joe.
Howdy.
Sorry for my tardiness. I said we had down 6:05, but I guess
We're
It was
ahead.
moving along.
Yeah.
that's fine. It's the wrong progress.
Well, we did talk briefly about it, per Nathan, or not Nathan, sorry, Justin's suggestion, he wanted to recuse himself from this project. The plan commission attorney does not have any conflicts, and has agreed, just by an hourly basis to take it on, and you can start on it right away.
What do you guys think the timeline is going to be for that?
We're open within the next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, because Wednesday night, he's coming to, the builder on the one project is coming for to finalize the subdivision plan. I can tell you right now, if we don't do this, I'm going to suspend the further permits, and therefore it's going to put a local guy, he's gonna have to lay us people off, stop the project. Project comes to a stop Wednesday night. More than likely. I don't know what my board is going to decide. It's still open to interpretation for discussion.
And it was not a decision between us, it Justin wanted to step out, but
Okay.
he's your lawyer also.
Hmm.
And I get it, and this guy's offered, so I think it sounds like he's the quickest, because if we go look for a lawyer, it could be a couple of weeks,
But all we're asking for is road inventory.
right?
The annexation part is pretty much already done. To as of Wednesday night, when we make the changes, that will be recorded in the recorder's office and it'll be done. It'll be annexed. The other part is, like I said, the water tower of the street, which is really the street, the use. Basically, the inventory of the street from the water tower into back into town limits. That is only because we have our utilities in the ground, as I stated before. If we have to tear it up, I'd rather not have to have a lot of permission to service anything if something breaks.
All right,
It's just, again, it's inventory. It's a swap,
right.
so.
It's up to you guys.
I mean, we gotta have a lawyer to do it, right, legally. So, I mean, I say let's go for it, let's go with it,
I mean, I could call him after this meeting and have him get started. on
if you
it
would,
tomorrow.
just so, yeah, we could get it, cause I know they got,
They wanna get moving on.
right,
We've, one house in city limits is already probably. Not gonna speak for Eric, because if he hears me say it's 3/4 of the way done and it's only halfway done, I'm not gonna get in trouble, but the house is built, sided. It is framed, it's complete, for the most part of the rest is finishing, so. They've really moved along really fast, and there is a lot of excitement and interest in purchasing these homes, so.
right.
Well,
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I can call him after the meeting and get him your contact information. We can just kind of get the ball rolling
Okay.
as quick as possible.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Somebody making that a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I'll
Do we-
start making the motion to,
We're gonna move forward this so they can keep moving.
yeah, I'll second that.
And motion is,
I'm sorry,
Charlie, you're all right? Huh?
I just made the motion, I was gonna ask something else.
I'll second Donnie's motion to move forward with the contract.
Had a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So I was gonna ask, can we have a special meeting?
I'm
Worked out ahead of time.
Yeah.
available.
Is that possible?
Do you want a special or an executive? What
If-
are you talking about?
Well, even a special, just so it can be open to the public and we can move forward.
Sure.
That's legal.
Yeah.
What's best for you, Dave? Evenings or?
Anytime is fine. I do not want their project to stop.
Right.
This checks all the boxes. Of any project that anybody does, local people, local contractors, everybody's local, correct?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We want to,
But two of the guys on our Pocahontas County and everybody works in.
but they're in joining county more or less.
Right.
So it's still technically local.
Right.
Nobody's coming from Fort Wayne to do this. So,
Exactly.
okay, I'm good.
All right, thank you.
guys.
Thanks, Dave. No, I
Thank
need
you,
to-
Todd, Eric.
Like, you want this or should I give it to Michael?
Did you sign it?
Yeah.
Probably. I'll just let him know if he needs a signed copy, if she can get it to him.
And then, Sherry?
How are you?
Good, you did.
Okay. I'm just here to give you our adopted resolution
for our capital improvement plan and capital improvement plan for California Township. I was told that I need to come in front of you and give that to you. So my advisory board approved it on September 9th and adopted it on the 16th. And that's all the paperwork that I filed already with the state.
Justin, I actually had another trustee bring up to me that she did not need to bring this to us. I don't know how accurate that is.
According to the law that they sent me in the mail, they have to bring it before you guys.
I think that just changed right this year.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like.
Now, I
said,
know Marshall County, all they have to do is take it into the office and get, so that the commissioners do get the copy of it. That's Marshall County though.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure that's the case. Yes, and I about 95% sure that that has recently changed.
Okay, yeah, it was another trustee here in Stark County that mentioned it to me, and I just wanted to bring that up.
And probably just unaware that that's
Where they have
different.
to come in front of us, in front of you.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
that's all I have to do.
Thank you, Terry.
Easy peasy.
So I wonder if I should let the other trustee know.
Do we have a motion or anything on this?
To accept it, yeah, that's probably best.
Because mine
So,
look better. I suppose the one that's come.
There was,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I'll make a motion that we accept Sherry Bartoli's capital improvement.
I'll second that.
had a motion and a second, all those in favor, aye.
I,
Thank you.
Thank you. Adam Warden.
I can elaborate on that if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, he emailed Bernadette and me a couple weeks ago about it. It was a couple months ago, maybe more than that. There were a couple individuals that had come in asking to vacate a public roadway. I don't know if you remember that. It's been a while. It's been a few months because the individual then came into my office. I didn't recognize him, asking about the process. When I realized who it was, and it was Stark County, I said, "Oh, you're gonna have to find another attorney to do that." So Adam had presented a petition for vacation of the public right of way. I'm not sure if you've got that petition in front of you, but I believe it was sent to Bernadette. I don't know why Bernadette it was sent to you, but it was, yeah, it's been a while. It was, let me find the date of the email. And I apologize if I'm butchering any of this. I just don't want it to come back up and us not to know what it is. So looks like it was on September 3rd. It was sent to Bernadette.
9/19.
Sorry,
9/19.
9/19. Okay. So what they're asking for, again, is the petition to vacate a public right of way, what the statute says. And the timeline here isn't really important, just so long as we probably put it on the agenda for a future public hearing. So if somebody submits a petition to vacate a public right of way, we've got to set it for a public hearing within 30 days of when they offer the petition. Now, we'd also have to publish notice of a public hearing, so automatically it's going to take us beyond that 30 days. As soon as you guys could probably do it with the way publications run in your leader is your November 3rd meeting. We don't really have an option. If they submit a petition, we have to set it for a public hearing.
Now, is that an easement to the lake?
No, it's I believe it is a roadway. And all the people who touch the roadway are in agreement that they want it vacated. I can't remember what the roadway is. I just remember, and it's probably been honestly 5 or 6 months since they came in. Because I remember they came in front of you. But I think it is the Coons Lake area, because I remember there were several of them sitting here.
Oh, yeah,
Do you remember? It's
Yeah,
been
but
a
I was-
while. And again,
because Shusky is Bass Lake.
and I don't mean to speak for Attorney Sorden.
Right.
I just want you guys to have an idea what it's about. So again, we kind of have to set up for a public hearing. And as soon as we can do that, it's November 3rd. It takes us beyond our 30 days. But I know Adam, he's a straightforward guy. We've worked on a lot of stuff before. I don't think he'd have an issue with setting it out past that 30 days. Again, we just have to post for a public hearing. They're assessed the cost for that. And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I think they're also responsible for mailing copies of that notice to all affected properties as well. But again, the cost is theirs to do that. So that's what I know of it. Again, I don't know why Bernadette was sent a copy of it. I
They
think,
wanted to be put on the agenda and my response to them was, the clerk does not
yeah,
put them on the agenda and I CC'd the auditor and said that she's the one that needs to be notified, not the clerk. The clerk doesn't have nothing to do with it.
And he never contacted me.
and,
Well, I CC'd you on my response, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. I put him on the agenda, but I didn't get a copy of the
I'm
petition.
looking at two different ones here, so it might be Coon Lake you're talking.
yeah, I think that's.
Huge,
what it is.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in his defense, in bigger counties, sometimes the clerk accepts my understanding just for file stamp. So I don't know if he just thought Bernadette was gonna file stamp
Right.
something, but. So,
Bernadette, do you still have that petition that you could forward to me, or maybe Justin can forward it to me?
yeah, here,
I don't think there was a petition. This was just an email wanting to be,
the petition I got was from William Briggs, Mark White, and Todd Briles.
Okay, would you send me that petition?
Yeah, I can,
Because if I have to advertise it, I have to.
for a public hearing. Again, doesn't mean you guys have to do it. It's just statute says if we receive it, we've got to set it for a public hearing.
How many times does it have to be advertised? Once or twice?
Just once. Not less than 10 days before the date of the public hearing. So again, I think the soonest we could do it is November 3rd, and that might be pushing as it is.
Yeah, well, get it, as soon as I get the petition, I'll send it.
So do you need anything from us?
Just a vote to set it for a public hearing as soon as we're legally able to set it. Could be November 3rd. They might have to wait till the 17th. We can't get it in at the time.
I'll make the motion that we move forward with the public hearing.
Second,
That motion is second, all those in favor, aye.
That'll be a date to be determined.
Yeah, I'll email Adam and tell him so we can get it done.
Jim, you're up next.
Has to be 10 days. Before, so.
oh, I'm gonna say we move the flow for.
I went and played around the golf in between. Oh. Indoor golf. All right, couple things here. We talked about the cardiac monitors being replaced. I have beat these guys up. This is the competitor. Yeah, I want everything. That's your copy. That's your copy. We're actually going to the page that says Zoll. It's your copy,
I should be able to get it there.
Michaelina's copy.
If I, do it for me.
No,
I don't need-
no, they're, well, with the Zolls, they have the latest and greatest, which just came out yesterday. Not tried, tested and proven,
Right.
even though I had to go through all the FDA. I beat them up and they moved a little bit. They wanted $430,000. Okay, Striker has been out for a year. Tried, tested, proven. We already have a contract with Stryker now. We started at $383,758. There's numerous negotiations. I also include the second page of that. We went down to 370. Then we went down to 362. And we are now bottomed out at $348,000. So
Same package.
same package.
Okay.
Actually, we have a better understanding with Stryker because we know what we have. I actually have one of their loaners in my car.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't giving up something.
No, actually, I'm getting more
Okay.
from Stryker because their benefits package, their reps that are out there, they bend over backwards for us. If I have a cot that's broken right now, they'll be here either tonight or tomorrow if they're in the area. If not, tomorrow morning at the latest. And
They've mentioned that several times.
yeah,
I would really-
I'm very impressed with their service. Everything we have goes with them. But the Zoll was the comparison. This is the latest and greatest also. So they're 0% interest for 3 years. At $116,024.69. So it took,
And this is something you've got to have.
this is something we have to have. Ours termed out in December,
So like on these, when would they term out then?
5 to 6 years. They say they're gonna keep making parts for these for 10 years. For the life back 15, the 35s.
Jim, or the call, just cameras or
Cardiac monitors,
cardiac monitor?
yeah.
Thank you.
Ours are at a spot right now where I've got one going into the shop tomorrow. They're starting to fail, the cables are starting to break, cables are $1,000 a shot.
I know you talked to a couple of council, did they have to say where they want to pull it from? Cause there's no way your budget can get that.
No, my budget won't handle it. Right now, my budget's taxed,
Right.
thanks to the ARPA. I don't know. I'd have to present it to them afterwards, see where they want to get it from.
Should we do the annual payments then on it?
I would think so.
Be a
It's
lot
a
better.
zero interest.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that took some doing,
yeah, yeah.
just getting them down.
If we approve it with council approval, they can determine where they want to pull the funds from.
Sure, or we could put Q cap or whatever, and then if they wanna change, they can change.
I don't know if we have the funds. Have to.
I sent you guys
Yeah,
Fun.
I don't see it either.
At the end of the term, it costs us $1. So
And then they're yours, right?
then they're ours.
but even though it's 5 or 6 years, if they got parts, we could maybe.
We can still get them fixed. Problem I'm having with the ones now, I mean, I had to search for the nation to get the.
no,
for the
Q
ones
cap
that
does not have enough. I only have 256,000.
We don't.
You
use
don't
them.
want,
Only need 116 right now.
Oh, okay.
I should go with that, and that's council, if they wanna move it to different area.
Well, that,
Or you keep that, we just leave it open, I don't know if they'll move with it. We leave it open,
oh, I see what you mean.
you know what I mean?
I don't think there's really any other spot to pull it from, so.
That'll take Kim cap down pretty low.
Yeah.
It's only October.
Right.
Yeah,
They'll get more funding in December.
Well, you're not going to purchase them right today, right?
No, and the good part about it is if I order them today, we don't make the first payment until the last monitor comes in.
Hmm.
The last monitor I can delay till February because it's the one for my car and I can just continue using the phone.
But Q cap gets another tax draw in December.
should be all right.
That's how I deal with the stretchers. When we bought the stretchers, we got up 4 of the stretchers. And I spaced the last one out. Like 6 months in advance, so we had 6 months to make the first payment.
Okay, let's make sure we're talking the right dollars for the record. Am I at $336,200.60?
I thought he said
That's
348.
348. It goes, there's a second page. That's just the monitors and the service agreements. I put the pages just so where the total is in the front. So it's the second page, third page,
Okay,
348,074,08.
okay, and the annual payment is gonna be
116,024.69.
116.
024.69.
And that'll be 3 payments.
3 payments.
You don't think the first payment will go out till the end of December, at least?
No, I don't think it'll go out. I mean, I can delay it with no big deal. I can make it the first payment come out in February. Which is probably what I'll do it against another year.
So we still wanna make it, council approved.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's something we gotta have.
Yeah.
Let them, I would do Q cap, let them change. They see they fit to do it.
All right, so for the record, I'm gonna make a motion to approve $348,074.08 spread out over 3 years. That'll be 3 payments of $116,024.69 out of Cume cap, pending council approval.
But
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I got one last thing, sorry. It goes with Leslie's. I have asked for $60,000 from the opioid settlement to fund the MIH program. It does fall within the parameters, but it has to be 20,000 out of restricted and 40,000 out of unrestricted. The unrestricted is good for pretty much anything. There's 4 other counties right now using the opioid for this. The state is the one who told me to go after the opioid money because it's there.
Right.
So the state medical director said, use the opioid money. I said,
What's this for? I didn't hear what you
for
said.
the MIH program.
Have you talked to the board about it?
Yeah, and Leslie and I went in front at the same time, and everybody was in agreement with it. Because we can use the 20,000 for the MIH, the MAT training, the substance abuse training, propaganda to put it out there, let them know, because we go to the houses to see these people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going into their houses, so we got other things going on inside there,
We need the motion on that tonight.
if possible, yeah.
If you okay with the board and the funds are in there, I'll make that motion.
Okay, so it was 40,000.
40,000 unrestricted, 20,000 restricted. I'd like to take it all out, but I can't justify through the state board of accounts why I need the entire amount of restricted.
Okay, so 40,000 out of unrestricted and 20,000 out of restricted.
Correct.
Okay. Justin, are you seeing any hangups on this?
No, I closed the little schedule of charges.
It's like section 6, there's a spot for first responders.
Yeah, I don't have any issue. Especially if you're taking 2/3 of it out of the unrestricted fund, I don't think there's,
Right.
yeah.
This also goes for like addicted pregnant mothers, methadone treatments, stuff like that. It's actually a great program.
He doesn't see any hangups here. I'm good with it.
Also found another transport company that called me and wants us to do transfers for them.
Really?
And they pay us within 7 days. And they're well above the private insurance pay. They got their pay schedule in there. And then we negotiated a $14 a mile charge. And the first one we're doing is the 14th going from North Judson to Carmel. $120, 120 miles. We have to sit there. We get $50 an hour to sit there and bring them back, which is another separate charge all the way back.
Good.
Okay, yeah, you want to add that to your motion?
I'll make a motion that we do 40,000 out of unsecured and 20,000 out of restricted.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, guys. The rest of it I'll leave for next week, next meeting.
Thank you, Jim. Bob Harper.
Good.
Some pictures here on the property. Illustrate this.
You have a copy?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
The first drawing shows my home it's located on Shusky Road, but Shusky Road is not a road. This is a fire access lane. The other picture shows what Shusky Road actually is. I mean, and everybody can see that this is my driveway. I have no access to my home. I'm the only home on Shusky Road on this section. I'm just asking that the county convey this to me so that I can maintain it and I can fix this so I can get to my home on Bass Lake without having to drive through a swamp.
Is this on the north side? I guess. it'd be considered north.
No, this would be the south side. This is close to where to the gas station,
Okay, yeah.
is right
On
there.
that side.
Yeah,
Side.
yeah, it's within yards of the Bass Lake Property Owners Association. Within a couple hundred yards, I'd say.
Did this used to be the Elanius property?
I don't know.
Oh, cause their address was Shusky Road.
I
This,
think they're the next spot down.
I purchased this from some people in Illinois.
So this picture here, that,
That's a,
Or that-
that is State Road 10 in the background there, and that's just the puddle. And you can see in the pictures, these, it's not like there's puddles on here. This has been sitting here for a while. I didn't go out and snap a picture to, at its worst. This is. And I am, these people are in Highway 10, these people are in Highway 10. I have no access to get to my home other than this driveway. There is a fire access road. And I mean, the county can maintain an emergency easement there. I absolutely, I don't want to build anything there. I just want to be able to pave my driveway so I don't track mud into my house.
that's something you can talk to Rachel, maybe we put stone here.
I was
If the
thinking-
cars, I don't think we can really hand it over, turn it over, that property.
Would the county be willing to sell this property?
That's what I said, I don't think so, I mean, these guys might say different, but.
No, but I'd be willing to talk to Rachel tomorrow.
Yeah.
And get you some stone on that.
The problem continues here because now the county, if you go continue down this road, there are several no parking signs there. And my house, the property I live at in 2011 was struck by lightning and burned down. In 2012, there was construction of my home. During that time, the county commissioners gave the people, a group of people from Shusky Road, permission to put a pier. So now what happens is these people come down this road and at all these no parking signs, they park their golf carts and there's 10 boats out here in front of my house that the county should be receiving monies for. I mean, you guys charge for this and these people come and they park under your no parking signs, they put their boats behind the no, I have pictures. This just isn't where I wanted to go during a public forum. And I'm happy to meet you guys on site and I can show you my issues.
I'd be okay with sending Rachel out there,
Yeah.
meet with him.
All right,
Start with
Absolutely.
Yeah.
are you available during the day?
I could be available whenever you guys need me to be.
Yes, sir.
We use that access over there, used it for 40 years, and I understand what you're saying, but there's. Geez, between Grant Street and Beach Street, there's probably 60 families, 30 or more live there full time. They use that access during the summer, yes, there is some golf carts down there. But that's the only place for those people to go swimming, and a lot of them can't afford to go to the beach every weekend or get down to the beach every weekend. And when that house caught on fire, they were pumping out of the lake, and then farther up on Shusky, there's a Cape Cod there, probably 17, 18 years ago. The house that was there originally caught on fire, and the California Township Fire Department was using the water out of the lake to put that fire out also.
I almost wonder if I could talk to Rachel too, maybe if we're paving somewhere down there and she has some extra bug, cause it's just a little stretch.
Yeah, one.
So it's
Yeah.
not on the lakeside, you're saying it's on.
No, I am on the lakeside.
Oh, it is the lake.
And these people are being unjustly enriched by bringing their golf carts down there and parking under public access. There's a beach down the road. There's a public access. There's many other ways. But what they're doing is they're coming down here and they're taking advantage of an unmonitored situation.
And
I shouldn't have to call the police every time somebody parks down there. I mean, that's not my job to monitor. Look, if you guys want to give me this property, if you want to sell it to me, I'll monitor it. I'll make sure people aren't there. But right now, I'm kind of stuck. I have no teeth in this. I mean, I have people who come down that it's very uncomfortable for me. They stare at me. I mean, I don't know if they're mad at me for something. I just bought a home on Bass Lake.
Right,
I'm a pretty nice guy. I live in
I'm-
Stark County.
I'm definitely against blocking off that, we're actually even trying to get surveying done. So I would never agree, I mean, I'm only one, I would never agree to sell that to you, nothing against you. Sure. But that's public access for people that don't have access, you know what I mean? And I am working on trying to figure out a way for the park. That we're dealing with it at Coons Lake, the park, and no park, and so we are working on that stuff, I'm not trying to blow you off.
Yes, sir.
I say give us some time, let Mike's over the county garage, so he's gonna talk to the ladies in charge. And we'll try to get something figured out.
Absolutely.
You can, I don't want you to necessarily say here in a public meeting, but I can get with you afterwards and get your information, then have.
If you don't mind this stupid eye in here.
Perfect.
That's the only part.
Oh, wow, that's fancy.
Yeah.
But we'll work with you, but like I say, I
Absolutely.
don't see the county selling. Especially if public access, like I say, we're working on that, so.
Is it a public access?
Well, I don't know, I mean, kind of what you're telling me it is, so. I'm
That's
not
what
gonna-
it's being utilized
Well,
as.
that's what I'm saying,
And-
so I can't
Sure.
go either way just because of
Absolutely.
that. And I'll probably drive out there tomorrow just to look, you know.
Absolutely.
myself.
If you can call me, I'd love to meet you there. I can be flexible.
Right, and I get it, I mean, I totally understand your frustration and stuff.
Sure, I'm just trying to get into my house here.
Right, oh, absolutely,
And I've got some challenges.
right, right,
Yeah, absolutely.
yep, I agree,
And I'm not trying to get in for free. I'm actually, whatever you guys need,
yep.
But,
So the gal that was up here earlier, and that was our highway superintendent,
Yes.
Rachel. I'll have her get a hold of you in the next day or two, and we'll start with that. See what her recommendation is. In the meantime, maybe we can at least get that roadway patched up so you don't have a swamp there, and then we can look further into it.
Yep. And if it is ours, I mean, we need to at least throw some gravel in there where you could start on your driveway.
yeah, I've just got it's a mess.
Yeah, all right, understood. Yep.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. I appreciate you listening.
Yep,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Thank you. Then we got, advisory board appointment for Sean Matra, what he was requesting. You guys see
Yeah,
that?
I've seen it, and I would make a motion to go with Matthew. Pronounce it,
Yeah.
Hoagland, or something
Oh,
like that.
Masker.
I would make a motion, we appoint him.
That motion, is there a second?
You good with it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll second that motion.
Had a motion and a second, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Then we got the vendor claims in the amount of $843,867.90. Is there a motion to approve?
Actually, I did. Probably nothing. Page 6. The big section here, no appropriated. There's a lot of random stuff.
Hmm.
Kind of struck me a little bit.
What fund is it coming out of? Does
See,
it say?
Vernon does it, make him.
0036.
Can I?
Yeah.
See what it is?
Just seemed like a lot of random
Right.
stuff in that
What do you
thing.
got for no appropriation?
These are meetings and advertisements, and one of them is a health payment.
Bernadette.
And the floral design was flowers that were sent, that are gonna be sent to Nancy Demboski Memorial.
You're listed as one of the things.
One of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from your meeting.
Oh,
As long as you can cover for it, I'm all right with it.
So
conference,
It's from a con.
Mhm.
summer conference.
Yes.
Rated, and that would be legit,
Yeah.
okay.
as long as it's from the June conference.
Mm.
Well, I have no way to know
Yeah.
that.
Right, yeah.
Would the amount mean anything to you?
It might,
Can I say that publicly?
Mhm.
$557.20.
that's probably the hotel rooms for the three of us to go, yes.
Okay. That was the only thing I questioned. It just seemed like a lot of random stuff and.
Yeah, nothing.
There are some things that the state allows to come out of no appropriation necessary, and state called meetings is one of them.
I'll make the motion to accept it.
The June conference and my December conference is the only two that I have that can come out of.
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but we don't get a ton of information. It's listed out as an item and we have, you know, if we want to see the receipt, we got to request it. So when you see a
Yeah.
big list of things, you kind of,
I have all the claims in the office if you want to come see them.
I'm sure it's fine. I think that was the only one that I thought was strange.
So Don made a motion. Is there a second?
Second,
All those in favor? Aye.
I,
For a motion to approve the payroll claims in the amount of $334,447 and 4 cents.
Is that the September 5th or 19th?
19th.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Seconds.
All those in favor? Aye.
Can you pass those vendor claims back?
I thought I gave.
Yeah.
Charlie,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't see him come back.
All right.
thank you,
Please.
Drive careful.
And this payroll claim in the amount of $319,693.97.
Motion to approve.
second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye.
You already did the key. Oh. And,
Guess we got the minutes here.
oh yeah, the minutes.
Then we have the meeting minutes from 9/15/25. Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And then I sent all of you an email about this, our fall conference at Michigan City. I guess we have to get approval to spend the night there, but there are a lot of things that go on at night, and the state does allow it. Allows you to stay all night. And it's,
I know it's generally if it's over 50 miles, I think
I know Bernadette tried it, tried it. She asked to go to Plymouth last year and we voted her out not to.
yeah.
Michigan
Then-
City is further than Plymouth.
Do you
But
have,
still,
Isn't,
do you have anything that would be, anything you can prove is late at night that wouldn't warrant wanting to drive back? You said there's events happening at night.
Yeah, there are things that happen at night, and plus the nights are getting longer, so it'd be driving in the dark. And like I said, in the I think it's 45 miles. And in the handbook, it says that it can be less than 50 miles if it's more than a 1-day meeting. And it is a 3-day meeting.
I thought it said in there if it was approved by the commissioners, it could.
Well,
be
that's your handbook, but I mean, the state
Right.
says,
county.
There's not like a specific thing happening late at night.
I haven't gotten the full agenda yet, but normally there is. And like we just came back from AIC and there was a whole county there that lived 15 minutes away and they stayed the whole time. So I mean, it is something the state approves, so.
I guess my only thought is if there was some event that was happening at 10 o'clock at night, I could be swayed maybe the other way, but it's not that
Even,
far.
yeah, even if there was something that late at night, I mean, we told one of like, no,
Yeah.
no.
No offense to anybody else, but Plymouth is half the distance as Michigan City.
Right, but I know when I was involved in that vote and it was because it says 50 miles right in the handbook, and that's why I believe we voted that.
Yeah.
I don't think you was involved in that one, but
It might have been before my head.
Yeah.
but it's just a year or so.
Time goes quick.
Right.
Yeah, I'd say no on it.
And if that's the precedence that's been set, I hate to stray.
That's what I'm saying, right? And I hate it for all of you, but I mean, we can't tell one no and then tell everybody else, they can't, another office.
No, like I said, though, it's half the distance. If I were staying, I wouldn't have asked to stay in Plymouth.
Right.
Well, I think in this situation, we should go with what has been done in the past. Again, the only thing I'd bring up that maybe we could discuss in the future with, changing that would be as if there was an event late at night, we didn't want our employees driving in the middle of the night to get home. But, for the sake of keeping things the same, I guess I lean towards probably not.
Motion. I'll second.
Okay.
Had a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Anything else, Don?
How many spots we got left on?
It depends on the day. And actually, we have a member that has not shown up for at least 2 months.
Oh.
And has not acknowledged any emails. The end of the year is coming, so I don't know if we
Yeah.
want to address
Yeah,
that
that's true.
or start at the beginning of the year. Right now, we're without the Purdue,
Oh, yeah.
so we're one short there.
I just want to make sure we won't wait down, wait on public to send something. Yeah, we can wait.
If you
I'm
guys-
sorry, I didn't hear what you guys are talking about.
The plan, I want to know how many spots were left on the
Oh,
planning
okay.
commission.
If it's something you guys wanna revisit, we could put it out there that we're looking to fill some spots.
Right.
But, November, December,
That's what I was gonna say, even if they got on, they're gonna be, yeah.
you know what I mean? We have enough to make most meetings happen. In fact, I don't think we've had to cancel one. We had to move one a couple of days. Due to an inconvenience, but
That's all.
Yeah, we just don't wanna hold anybody up.
Right.
So we need to do something different if that does come about.
yeah. Well, if you guys wanna put it out there to the public, and have people, but, my only thought would be.
The term of it, yeah.
But that would tell us too, I mean, if they do wanna do it, and they do good the first couple, we're definitely reappointed.
Yeah,
Might not hurt to tell it, but we gotta tell them what, look, Democrat.
well, and that's the other thing is, I don't know if we can
Part of town.
post the, cause really we need to fill it with, people of a different party
Right.
than what the majority is right now.
Yeah,
What's-
maybe look into it, maybe next week.
Yeah.
Do so.
Yeah, if you guys are in favor of that, we could put something
Yeah.
together.
Oh, I got, okay.
The other thing I know the planning commission is working on is, the moratorium on the carbon capture and the, data center stuff. They passed it a month ago, to move forward, and I think our attorney is gonna draft something to present to the commissioners as a recommendation. So just kind of putting that out there is, that's something that
For a
they're,
day soon.
they would, well, they wanna do them separately, so carbon capture would be one,
Oh,
and
okay.
data center would be, I know they're both kind of controversial topics.
So you got? Anyone that have anything for us? Oh, quite a few hands. Bernadette, go ahead.
No, we have already went over the machine updates. Since we are paying it in payments and there are 2 payments outside of my term, I am not comfortable signing the entire contract. So Microvote sent a contract over and having the commissioners, since the equipment does belong to the commissioners, having you guys sign it as well, since the last 2 payments are going to be outside of my realm, so outside of my term. So
Good idea.
that I'm not, I am the chief election officer of the county, but with only 2 of the payments of the 4 being in my term, I want somebody else to sign with me just to cover Microvote. That's all.
I'd probably do the
So-
same thing. I think
Yeah.
that's a smart idea.
Good idea.
I know if you guys want to wait, look this over and if you can put me on the agenda for the next meeting, that way we can
Yeah.
do this properly.
Yep.
You didn't
That's
change
fine.
that, right? Should you send one to Justin? That way
I
he
just did, I sent it to Justin and Justin's already okayed it,
Oh, okay.
but
I'm good.
I- no, let's
Okay.
do it because it's not been advertised, so at least let's advertise it so
There you go.
you can get all the complaints, or I can get all the
There
complaints,
you go.
okay?
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Put me on the. agenda.
Who was up
I
next?
Just got it written down. Thank you.
Yeah, so I just had a question. At the last county council meeting, there was a vote taken that directed the president, I believe Bruce Bennett, to contact commissioners to look at coming up with some design build votes for replacing the electrical infrastructure out at Bass Lake Beach and Campground. So I was just wondering if Todd or Bruce had contacted you guys and kind of aware of that.
I've not been contacted by neither.
I know Todd talked with me a little bit about it, which I think I need to talk with him some more on it, so.
I was just making sure that it stays on schedule.
Right.
At least.
I think you,
Talk
yeah, so
about it.
keep moving forward
Mhm.
instead of.
Well, and if there's an issue, then you need to contact the department.
Okay,
So they have contacted you.
yeah,
Okay.
at least Todd did. Yes,
One
sir.
last thing, Donnie, I just want to thank you for that access, that house where that gentleman lives, there's a house in front of it that has also 20-foot access to the east of his. That was deeded it, because that was the original home that was there. There's no boats encroaching in front of his house, they're all the ones that are out there, I don't know who owns them or whatever, but they're on that access point. If you guys really want to do your due diligence, get that survey, because I guarantee you, there's been some encroachment from both families on either side of that.
Yeah,
And that's why we're trying to start, we're starting with Coons Lake this year.
And
I don't know if we're gonna have
Money's
time.
always a setback.
Right.
But like I said, there's a lot of families use that. Not everybody's down there in golf cart,
Right.
you know,
Right.
kids ride their bikes from shoe skiing.
But he's kind of right, is it a public access, you know what I mean,
I've
so,
been out there 40 years. And
right,
I've had, my uncle was out long gone, but he was out there 30 years before me. That's always what they do.
okay,
So there's always been a small pier in there, just for kids to set out.
Right.
Fish. You know, nothing wrong with that.
okay,
So thank you, guys.
yep, no problem.
Access and a fire lane, the same thing.
Well, Justin here, I couldn't answer.
well,
I don't know.
I want to leave.
Station, the other
You know, Lee?
people were.
It depends on what it says in the plat.
Okay.
It's totally dependent on what it says in the plat. And everyone's different.
So we'd have to look at the plat and see
I was
what.
wondering,
Right.
because, like, we weren't sure, came up at our meeting, they were like,
I do know there's a couple that's marked fire lane out in your area, but, I don't remember, Coons Lake, I imagine there's one or two out there.
yes,
during the next era. They still have that.
They still don't, I did just talk to them, not passing the buck. I did just talk to Chris not too long ago, and they are in process, and they're working with Gwen. So, I mean, we really need to ask Gwen and see where we're at, but they are working on it, since we talked,
You get our problem, sorry.
yes, yeah, they're planning on. Hopefully they got some done, just haven't got to your area.
she was asking about the markers in the roads.
The survey model.
Yeah.
In the center of the road where they redid them road.
Teresa, oh, sorry, yes, ma'am, back there.
I still haven't gotten any information from the sheriff's department, and it's been a month since Jack Rose got the letter. And it's almost a month since you got the letter, certified letter. I would like answers
Okay,
in regards to January 28th for my 911 call.
right, and I did just,
I've subpoenaed my phone records and I've got that information and I have contacted the state.
okay. I did talk to, not Jack himself, but I talked to April and Becca. Becca's the one in charge of the 911. And they are working on it, and they're supposed to get me an answer anytime. I told them you didn't want a phone call, you wanted it in writing.
I wanted them ready.
Yes. Yep. So hopefully within the next week, don't be afraid to call me, you know what I mean, if you don't receive it.
It's been, but, the 15th of September. is-
I don't remember the date, but I knew it was getting close to a month.
Yeah.
Teresa,
So I need to bring up our issue with the recorder's office again. We did meet with Shram and Donnie. Donnie didn't want to make a final decision because you had already told Mandy to put everything back the way it was. She agreed to public meeting, it's still not back the way it was. At first, she gave Suzanne printing rights alone, so that
Which before you all had it, right?
we all had it.
Yeah.
So with Suzanne's busy, she's doing HR and everything else, so trying to get her to stop, get out of her 2 screens and make a copy for you is kind of impossible. So at this meeting, Mandy decided that she would make an extra login that we would share. So if you want to print something, you get out of your login, you go into something else, you print what you need, you get out of it and go back into yours, which kind of creates a problem. Rebecca's on vacation right now. Today we were super busy and I needed to print 43 liens for property. And while Suzanne was doing splits, so it was, are you done? Are you done? Are you getting out? It's a problem. I don't know what to do anymore. Mike Lean brought up in our last meeting with Donna Schramm that since the commissioners are overall contracts, they are basically over that software. Why can't it actually be administrated by IT? Mike Lean, do you have that letter?
There's one line here.
Yeah, so Stanley said he would have no problem doing it. It's up to you guys. That would pretty much end the conflict.
I don't know if you remember all
Hard to forget.
that.
Yeah, and it hasn't stopped since that meeting where, and Mike, we put it back, we put everything back, Mike Lean gave them access to everything, Manny did not.
Maybe one of them talk, stand and see, he's give a letter that he would take it over.
But talk, yeah, see what he actually feels that he can do that, so.
Well,
Handle
I
it.
think the commissioner stance is still that we just wanted it to go back to.
Right,
And that's what, 'cause I even brought it up at that meeting.
Yeah.
Teresa's
Yeah.
talked about, that he made a motion that was voted on, that it went back like that.
And Parker backed it up with an email saying, you agreed in a public meeting, put it back the way it was, so that.
yeah, that's the way, that's all it needs done, it needs to go back to that, so.
I guess if Stanley had control of it, he'd have, he'd have final say.
He had control,
We shouldn't have
he
to
take
do that.
direction from you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I personally still don't understand the whole law and all that stuff, so Stanley probably understand that too.
You want me to talk to Stan?
I think, we should,
Yeah, I would be in
if
favor.
we need it fixed.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah, I think if she don't put it back, then I think we should go this route, so.
Yeah.
Get it done.
he would know what's legal and what's not.
Right,
That was brought up too. I don't know what's legal.
Right.
So.
right. Tom?
Yeah, just to follow up on my earlier question, should we have the design build for the electrical out at the campground at beach? Would it be on the commissioner's agenda each month until we figure out what's going on, or should it be on the council's?
Well, it's gotta be okay through us first, so I would leave it on ours.
So leave it on yours,
Yeah.
so I'd ask that be.
Right. But I talked to Teresa, I haven't come to your board meeting yet, I don't know if I can make the next, but I think you guys should start looking for new people to bid on it.
Yeah.
Well, no, but my understanding of that vote at the county council is that they didn't wanna go through this process that we had been looking at. They wanted to work with you all for a design build that wouldn't cost anything.
Todd said that he had someone that could do the RFP.
And that's what, we gotta have somebody to do that, Tom, cause we even talked about that day we was all out there.
Yeah, you
So
guys
I'd say
approved
look it out.
United Consulting, but the council didn't.
Right.
Yeah, well, the council said that.
And you guys even have it in your budget?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
we didn't even talk about actually funding that at this point.
But that was our suggestion,
Yeah.
you took it out of your funds.
And my understanding was, so with that vote at the council was that they were gonna direct Todd to work with Charlie or the commissioners to come up with some design build that is no cost and not spend it.
I'm okay with that, but they gotta tell us what the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you need to do an RFP if you're gonna
We
do
definitely,
this type of project.
I was out there that day, cause at first I even argued with the park board, so you guys don't need that. Well, when you're out there and walking around, you do. need it.
Yeah,
So everybody bids the same thing.
I think what
There's so much.
some of the council members are hesitant on, I think, are the, the big part, the big project, you know, doing it to funds and
Right.
stuff. I think that's the issue.
so I had a conversation with our insurance. Now that it's a known fact, it's a known issue, we talked, this is the fourth public meeting it's been talked about. Anything that happens out in that campground, we're responsible for, county is responsible for. We've already got melting wires, we've got. I mean, Amy's putting fans and covering it with umbrellas to kind of keep it off. We're not in the situation, if somebody gets hurt and we lose a trailer, we're responsible for that.
I just want to find out what's the best way to proceed. Do we continue looking at this? And you guys had already approved and they rejected it. How do we move forward with it? And we're kind of at a catch-22 here. But they seem to come up with some idea where they can go to different bidders and say, give us a design build where they come up with the designs and the actual cost to kind of get an estimate of what this overall cost is gonna be without having to spend the 17,000 that.
And then.
I'm not sure what that is, but.
Right. I'm not gonna come up with no design bill.
No.
No, I'm not either.
Not for, so that's what I'm saying. We have to ask someone else to bid on.
So I've talked to Amy about that, and Amy's gonna reach out, she's got several people, the only thing I asked her to explain to them is. If you are willing to do a quote for the RFP, you can't bid on the job,
That ain't fair, but yeah,
yeah. So
right.
pick one, you have to pick one or the other. If they can even do that, if they have, these companies have people working for them that are knowledgeable enough to do that.
Lee, is that something your company does?
Electrical,
We could do the design. Oh, we don't do design bid work, I guess. Our experience at the school is that, the traditional separation between your designer and architect, contractor ends up saving some money, so. You know, I guess I don't know anything about the job you're doing, but it kind of sounds to me like you've got 2 or 3 proposals to do 2 or 3 different things.
we have one, but if you wanna come in and talk to me, I'll show you exactly what.
I mean,
I'm very,
and there is kind of a couple of different ideas, an idea to be able to go ahead and redo the infrastructure for the electrical. One to include meters going to each individual site and one not. Those are kind of the 2 main ideas that we're looking at. But we want to be able to upgrade the infrastructure to be able to handle what modern day campers,
Yes, we got.
things like that. That's
So
what.
I guess we go, one of us contact out of Bruce, I guess. I'm okay with doing it if you guys don't have time or whatever. Cause I mean, we got.
Does the county own the property?
Yes.
Do you have a sense of where this is gonna be dollars wise?
No, and that's why I think.
I got a good idea, but yeah.
Well, the reason I'm asking is, if it's over, you know, I forget what the new limit is, but whatever it is, then you've got to go through certain procurement process.
Right.
And, yeah, and.
How much?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, if the electric's anything like what I'm envisioning, it's gonna be probably 6 figures. So I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
have to go through the procurement process.
Yeah.
Which is like United or one of them.
Yeah, you need to, you ought to have plans and specs prepared. It has to be advertised.
yeah, that's what we have, so we have that all ready to go. I even have a breakdown of how much everything is gonna cost. Don't talk to me, I'll show you what I have.
Sure.
Okay.
I just, my concern is the procurement process.
Right.
So, you know, anytime something gets sole sourced. You never get a bargain. That's all I'm gonna say. You
Yeah.
never get a bargain. You just, sole sourcing stuff never works out, especially with public ones.
Do you want to call Todd back or you want me to call him?
If you'd like.
I'll call him, just kind of see what we need.
See what they're
All
talking
right,
about.
so I'd like to see you guys keep moving forward. Otherwise it's gonna be like you said at the last. You don't know if they've expected
We
it.
just don't want it to be.
Well, I haven't got a report yet from
Yeah.
Jane. I'm gonna see him on Wednesday.
Mhm.
But you know, I'm not in favor of even these sites that are breaker too high for the wires. I
Right.
think they need shut down immediately. And that's a report that I'd like to see from Jane. I don't think those services should even be allowed to be provided. Until these things can be resolved, and it may be just as simple as replacing the breaker with a smaller one right now. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
that would-
overheating.
You know,
But that's something that could be just a local contractor could come in
Right.
and swap out some breakers that never should have been switched to begin with.
Yeah, I don't know if they were actually even switched, to tell you the truth, being on the pipe work for the last couple of years. I don't think we ever had those or any of the folks out there that ever let us know if there was any issue.
Yeah, I think Jane was out there about 2 weeks ago.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard of that.
Well, I requested him to go out there.
No,
And
that's
then
good.
wreck one out.
Yeah,
That has happened.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Jean?
Gene was out there
Yeah.
and looked at it was.
Yeah, Jean's on board with what we have.
I'll call Todd and see what,
And just, you know,
all right,
Thank you, we appreciate it.
one of my concerns is the cost of all this. With what is being charged per site for a season,
right.
you know, and how much electricity is being used.
Mhm.
and that was
That
another
was
thing
the whole,
that actually occurred during that council meeting.
Oh, is that right?
There was a lot of
Todd
misinformation.
was
that
actually
went
the
out.
one that was pushing for the meters at each campsite.
Yeah, back in 23, the park board specifically raised rates to deal with some of the increased costs going on for infrastructure and the electric and all of that. So some of the folks who were talking there didn't really know that that had occurred. So there was some work done by the park board to actually raise rates for the campsites to kind of cover that broader,
Yeah.
you know, infrastructure, the broader NIPSCO type bill. So.
Yeah, and I'd like to see a long-term plan as, you know, if we're gonna have a $250,000 project for these campsites. What's the plan over 5 years to help
Mhm.
recoup some of those
Right.
funds?
We've talked about that also. As long as we're not paying a $7,000 a month NIPSCO bill, we can make monthly payments to pay. We want that.
And why would you think that your NIPSCO bill would be less?
Well,
Well, if it's metered, yeah.
Correct, if
Then
you have
everybody
meters,
will
they're
pay their
paying
own.
for it.
We're not paying. There's- the
You know,
cameras
their
are-
air
Yeah.
conditioning, TVs, lights on, all the.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's gonna be independent meters, that helps recoup some costs.
But that's the other thing that as our board, we really hadn't talked about yet, how that would work. Individual meters, how do you sign people up with individual meters through NIPSCO? or
Well, you-
whatever.
NIPSCO told me you guys will be doing the
Yeah,
check
you would have independent.
You would be able to.
each
The
month,
same
whoever.
thing. At the park board level, we have talked about.
Right,
details of how that would-
Cause I did talk to NIPSCO and that's what they said.
Yeah.
If they did, it's gonna be way more than what we're
Right.
thinking,
'Cause
but
get
you
the
guys,
service.
not you guys, but the park board's gonna have to take care of reading each meter. Somebody,
I just want to kind of get the
right,
bigger infrastructure issue, kind of.
That's how other campgrounds do it. They read the meters and
Yeah.
write the send them
Yeah.
a bill. Yeah, that's how our campground does it. We get a
That's what I'm
separate
saying, we
bill.
have to work all that into the leases each year.
Mhm.
They're not that far yet.
We're not that far along yet, that's what I'm
Right.
saying. And that's why we raised the rates to be able to cover the
Probably
utility
the
bills and things
electric,
like that a couple of years ago.
Does anyone else have anything for us? Motion adjourned.
I'll move.
Finish up.
Second. Well, we kept it right at 2 hours.
Perfect.
Almost my bedtime.